Simon Evans is an RSPCA inspector working for the Wales and West region, and he kindly agreed to let us join him on a typical working day.
Hi there, my name is Simon Evans, and for the last 7 years I've been an inspector with the RSPCA.
As you can imagine, every day is different. When Simon gets up in the morning and checks his phone messages, he has no idea what the day will bring.
I've now collected 3 calls this morning. As usual, it's a real mix of calls, and I have to put them in some sort of order now for me to attend, and obviously I'm going to go to the most serious one first. Every call is important. The person who makes that call is the most important call they make that day, and yet I can't physically be in 2 places at once. I can't physically be in 3 places at once.
When Simon goes to inspect an animal, he uses the 5 freedoms checklist to work out that the animal has everything it needs. The animal shouldn't be hungry or thirsty. It shouldn't be uncomfortable, too hot or too cold. And if the animal's hurt, injured or ill, then it should be taken to a vet. The animal should have enough space to move around or play and shouldn't be scared or unhappy. As we were filming, the call centre passed on a complaint to Simon about a dog.
Had another complaint this afternoon regarding possible neglect to Tyson here. He's a big, strong Staffordshire Bull Terrier. I've spoken to his owner, and it turns out that even though she was really doing her best, Tyson simply outgrew her flat, became too boisterous for her. She's now signed over the dog to us for rehoming. This van, I've had badgers and foxes and otters, birds of prey like falcons and buzzards. I've had a deer, lots of sheep, some goats, dogs, cats, and once I even had a crocodile. You might not believe that, but it's the truth.
Tyson arrives at the RSPCA Animal Centre.
Hi Vicky.
Hey Simon.
This is Tyson's been signed over by the owner, so up for rehoming.
We'll take him over to the kennels. The girls will check him over, vaccinate him, worm him, then we'll put him up for rehoming.
Brilliant.
If Simon finds an animal that doesn't have all of the 5 freedoms, he'll have to explain to the owner what needs to be done, and he'll be sure to visit the animal again to make sure that these things have happened. If Simon's advice is ignored, then the owner may be taken to court.
Here we are at the Magistrates Court. It's where our more serious cases often end up. If we've done our work well and prepared properly, and the magistrates agree that an offence has been committed, then the owner will be disqualified from keeping animals for a length of time. He'll have fines and costs to pay, and hopefully no other animals will be forced to suffer. Without the RSPCA, there'd be very many animals out there that weren't rescued, didn't get the appropriate veterinary care and attention, would suffer due to neglect. There'd be no one there to actually rescue these animals or even record how many animals are suffering out there. I see it every day, ignorance and neglect and cruelty, and it does need a body like the RSPCA to combat that.
At the end of his day, Simon knows he'll be back at work tomorrow and the day after and the day after that. In fact, every 25 seconds, someone somewhere rings the RSPCA helpline. Their work goes on 365 days a year and has done every year since 1824, which tells us something about just how much there is to do.